Hello, everybody. Let's see. Mr. Carl, I got you up in the corner. It looks like what?
Yes, Your Honor.
Who's your client here?
My client is Lisa Kibbe.
Kibbe? Okay.
She's on the phone with me.
Okay, let's see if we can make that work.
She tried to get on Zoom, but she couldn't, Judge. And this is the information I have for you, Judge, is that she tried to go to an alcohol evaluation, but they all wanted at least $250. So she has got herself set up to go to Meridian.
Well, let me just kind of cut you out though. It's just she didn't show up for her assessment with Mr.
Okay.
Gerhart.
Where was she supposed to show up?
Downtown. Well, she was supposed to call Mr. Gerhart.
Mr. Gerhart, the probation officer.
Right. It looks like she didn't do that. It says defendant was scheduled for a drug and alcohol screening appointment on March 12th, failed to appear.
She thought she had to do it on her own, Your Honor.
Sir, I'm sorry, Mr. Grant, I tell them every time that they're gonna get a number of the phone, they just need to call the phone number. So she's gotta be a little bit more responsible than that. In fact, this is the second time it happened.
Second time she
Yep.
didn't get an assessment?
Yep. November 27th, 2024, I ordered an assessment, set it for January 22nd. Then I had to reset it again for today. I'll set it one last time, Mr. Carl, and you can tell her this is it. Otherwise, we're just gonna proceed and it's not gonna be good.
She's going into rehab on Friday at Meridian.
Well, she better get in and see Mr. Gerhart then. She better call him.
Okay, listen, the judge is saying you need to call Mr. Gerhart immediately.
Yeah,
All right, Judge, do you happen to have his number right there? So I
Yep,
can tell her right now.
sure. 810.
So I'm gonna give that to her as soon as she gets a pen, Judge.
Okay. And then we'll set
Okay, can you take,
a new date for her then, see where she's at with her.
wait, hold on, stop. I'm sorry, Judge. I didn't mean that to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I apologize.
It's all right.
Okay. Does she have to go there or does she have to call?
She's gotta call him. Call him.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. So the number, I'll give that to her, Judge, unless you want me to do it on the record.
No, that's okay. Just give her,
Okay.
she's had it a few times now.
Okay.
She ought to have it.
What's the next date, Judge?
Let's see, April 30th
Okay. At,
at 8:30.
okay,
It'll be on Zoom again for her. So even if she's at the rehab center, she can get on Zoom and we'll do it that way.
well, she hasn't seemed to have been able to get on Zoom.
Okay, well, she's got to figure it out over there. They'll help her.
Okay, are you at Central or not?
Well, I'm at Central right now. Me?
Oh. I could have came down there. Okay,
Yes. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, so will you be at Central that day?
I don't know, but I do these on Zoom. So one way or the other, either, you should be on Zoom.
All right, okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And that's at 8:30. Okay.
8:30. Yep.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
And Mr. Childers.
I guess we could do Dean.
Dean, I think his first Dean somewhere.
She's up for sentencing, but didn't get her pre done.
Oh,
She
here it is.
said
Caitlin.
first time she'd been in trouble, she said she was nervous or she didn't hear, I don't know, but she didn't get the screening done. So
Okay, Caitlin, Dean,
Yes,
actually, I issued a bench warrant me first for failing to appear too.
oh,
You're not doing two things. You're not showing up for me and you're not getting your assessment. The assessment.
Yeah, I'm not-
A little bit more lenient with you, but you gotta show up for me.
I absolutely will. I'm very sorry.
Why didn't
I'm
you?
not sure what. I was in between moving when I got into the trouble. I didn't. I'm assuming I didn't get the piece of mail for screening. I'm not sure what
Okay.
that even is, but I'll figure it out.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a phone number to call too for your assessment, okay? This is
Okay.
from last year, it's getting old. 810.
810. And thank you.
Call them right when we hang up, okay? That'll put your mind at ease too. Just get the assessment and we'll set a new sentence date for, what we got? April 30th at 8:30, okay?
Okay.
And we'll send you a new notice, but just get that done for me, all right?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right, and you're all set.
Thank you, sir.
All right, you're welcome.
We can do Lacy, Your Honor.
Lacy, okay, Chase Lacy. Chase Lacy was set for.
sir.
Yes, that's a sentencing, Your Honor.
Okay, did I get an assessment?
Doesn't look like it. He said no, and my looking at the file I couldn't see, but I didn't look. I had a lot of files, so.
Doesn't look like it, and it was a reason for it. It's a pled to, possession of drug implements in a second file.
I asked him if the court had asked him to do anything. He said just not use and stay out of trouble is what he said, but I don't know.
Well, that's a big part of it. so
Yes,
we can
yes.
get through that. Sir, are you in any counseling right now?
Just outpatient rehab through New Paths.
Okay, well, are you still counseling there?
Yes, sir.
You know
He
what,
said
Mr.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. He said he's working last 6 months in construction. He did 4 days in jail. He said he completed the inpatient program in New Pass, but that was a couple of years ago. But he's still, he's back in outpatient, so sounds like he's doing better, Your Honor.
Okay, and looks like on this particular case, smoking illegal drugs, I'm not sure what it was. Just be right up front with me, what were you, on the date this happened, it says smoking illegal narcotics. What
They
was
had
it?
found a pipe and a pair of pants. So I had relapsed. My girlfriend was diagnosed with stage 5 kidney failure, and my brother had passed at the same time. I relapsed, got really drunk, and a domestic had happened that's been missed now. And
Yeah.
I went to jail. It's gonna sound crazy, but it's the truth. I went to jail in somebody else's pants, her stepdad's pants, and they had a pipe in the pocket. And they asked me in the car, do you have anything? I said, no, sir. And then when I got down to the jail, they found a pipe and a piece of rubber in my pocket. And they're like, oh, you lied to us, and
Okay.
that was it.
I've got to ask, how'd you get his pants on?
So I was in the process of moving out at the time, and we were in a huge argument, and I was pretty inebriated.
Okay, so you just grabbed whatever you could and.
Yeah, the cops were there. They were being pretty impatient with me trying to grab my stuff as I was drunk, and
Okay.
I just grabbed my stuff.
Your Honor, client's minimized, but he's admitting how drunk he was in relapse, so I mean.
Yeah, okay. All right, so I'll tell you what, and you're telling me the truth that you're still counseling in some degree?
Yes, sir.
Do you work full-time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, let's do this then. We'll forego the assessment. I'll order 4 days jail credit for 4 days. And I'm trusting that's the case, okay?
Yes,
I
sir.
don't, boy, I'd rather have you in treatment. You're gonna do that, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you give the pants back at least? No.
There was a no contact order, so he
Oh.
didn't get.
Well, now that that's lifted, go give him his pants back, okay? You might be missing them.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right.
Keep up the treatment, Mr. Lacy.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All
You're
right.
welcome.
Good luck to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Some things I'm pretty sure are pretty accurate.
Yeah, I'm used to clients minimizing, but as he's minimizing that, he's admitting how drunk he was in relapse. So I mean, it sounds believable almost. So
Yeah.
We could do Walker or Young, Your Honor, either one of them.
Okay. Walker or Young? Let's see, I've got right on top, Brandon Walker.
Yes, yes, sir.
Mr. Walker and Mr. Childers.
Your Honor, he's got 3 files. He's gonna plead to disorderly person. They're gonna dismiss resisting, obstructing, and refusing to ID self, and he did 7 days in jail.
Okay, the only problem is I gotta find the other file.
Yeah, it's written, there should be 3.
Oh, on the same complaint, is that what it is?
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's 3 on my docket.
Okay, let's just see here, refusing attendance. I've got, we want the, well, I'm sorry, disorderly, right? Is that what it was?
Yes.
I'm looking for. I've got refusing ID in front of me. The other was resisting, obstructing.
Yeah,
Let's be the
they
other.
should end in 9-6, 9-7, and 9-8. The disorderly person looks like it's a separate case.
Resisting, obstructing, if that's what that is, I don't know, looks like.
Yeah, that's
Refusing identity is gonna be dismissed, and then just disorderly, right?
correct. That should be, I got a case number 23A01297.
Okay, hold on, they just Robin just gave me the other couple, it looks like. Yep, I've got the disorderly on 1297.
Okay, I think it's written up that he was pleading to the R&O, which what's written up, but I talked to Attorney Strittmatter and he agreed to change it, so he's pleading to disorderly and the other 2 are dismissed.
Okay, so let's make it dismiss per plea. Okay, Mr. Walker, I do have file 1297 in front of me. You're being charged with disorderly person on that file. Does carry a penalty of up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. It's alleged to have occurred in Flint Township, July 9th, 2023. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you signed an advice of rights for me as well. Did you read and understand those rights?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Okay, is it true that on the said date, time, and location, you're guilty of acting in a disorderly fashion enough to have the police make contact with you? Is that true?
Yes, Your Honor.
They'll do identify and then some other charges. Okay.
Sounds like they tried to talk to him. Mr. Walker, they tried to talk to you and you didn't want to give a name and then you didn't really want to cooperate and that's what happened, right?
No, I was just being smart about it. Like,
Right, that's what I mean. You were just being
Yeah.
smart about it and it kind of got out of hand, right?
yeah.
All right.
Okay. Do you understand if I accept your guilty plea, you won't have a trial of any kind, give up all the rights that you would have a trial, and you may be faced with those penalties?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody made any threats or promises to cause you to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
No, I'll accept guilty plea to disorderly person, dismiss the other 2 files, 96 and 98. And I'm sorry, Mr. Childs, I keep.
He did 7 days and I think that's what happened. I don't think he fought with him. He just wouldn't listen. And I think they got frustrated and wrote him for some tickets. He was frustrated. He spent 7 days. So I'd ask the court to consider time served.
Okay, so we'll order 7 days jail credit for 7 days and just close this file for you, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, gotta act smarter than that, though.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The other kind of smart, right?
Yeah, the other kind is, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
You guys have a nice day.
You
You
too.
too. Bye now.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.